Well, new research from a nonprofit advocacy group shows 60% of LAUSD students can't read by the third grade. A new state education bill is hoping to raise that number by changing the way students are taught to read. But some educators oppose the bill. KCAL News reporter Jasmine Viel takes a closer look at both sides of the issue.
This literacy bill, AB 2222, was introduced by Assemblywoman Blanca Rubio. It aims to overhaul how reading is taught, and California could become the next state to make the shift toward this mandated science of reading approach.
Mom Balbina Hernandez knows firsthand what it's like to struggle with reading.
I studied high school when I was 16 here, when I came from Mexico. So reading was very tough for me.
So when her youngest son fell behind in reading during the pandemic, she was grateful for the help he received at Esperanza Elementary in Westlake.
They have these after-school classes, and the phonics, the sounds of each letters, how to connect. He reads pretty good now.
Inside the library at Esperanza, third graders read aloud from the pages of fiction and nonfiction books.
They may live in mountains near...
What drew you to that book?
Principal Brad Rumble credits the huge improvement with reading at his school to the science of reading approach, which focuses on word recognition and language comprehension.
I believe some of the steps that we're taking here really are the best steps that will close the gap for our students.
So what is the science of reading?
The science of reading is actually a body of research. Think about thousands of research studies over the last couple of decades focused on how do children learn to read.
Marshall Tuck is the CEO of EdVoice, one of the sponsors of a new bill that would require what they say is an evidence-based approach to be implemented in all California elementary schools.
This is about when we're going to prioritize reading in the classroom. Let's make sure that our teachers are trained to know the most effective way to teach kids to read, and that the instructional materials we're using are most effective for them, both English learners and monolingual learners.
EdVoice found only 3 in 10 third grade students from low-income families in California are reading at grade level. The nonprofit Families in Schools released a new report last year showing only 40% of LAUSD students met reading standards by the end of third grade.
We have to take those numbers seriously. I think there's an urgency to the work that we're doing.
But the bill's chances may come down to money. The Golden State is facing a budget deficit, and the professional development tied to this bill would cost an estimated $200 to $300 million.
But what we tell people all the time is, a budget is a statement of your priorities.
There's also strong opposition from educators like Allison Bersenio, an associate professor at San Jose State. She says this bill would hurt California students because it promotes only one way of teaching and overlooks other basic skills.
Teachers' hands are really going to be tied by this legislation. They're not going to have the external materials and resources and education that's needed to support real language development for our English language learners. We're not providing time for content learning. Science and social studies and field trips are going out the window.
But Tuck says it's not a one-size-fits-all approach.
What the bill does do is it says we also must have strong oral language development in all of our classrooms. That's unique to California because we have such a large English learner population.
Here at Esperanza Elementary, only 14% of kindergarten students were at or above the benchmark level when it comes to reading at the beginning of the school year. Now, 52% are at or above that benchmark at the middle of the year.
The progress is tremendous, and I think we owe it to the practices that are going on here.
Hernandez says her son is also proof these teaching methods are working.
It's something that I wish I would have long ago.
The LAUSD acknowledges that there is still work to be done to improve reading scores and says it's a call to action to implement the science of reading model. AB 2222 is headed to the Assembly Education Committee this spring. Jasmine Viel, KCAL News.
And the California Teachers Association says it doesn't have a position on the bill just yet.